Okay guys, so how's she going today? So yeah, actually got the finally got the hoses off the Dewey. They were frozen, and I got it in the shop here. I got my little black heater going here because well, there's two sets of hoses or two hoses hooked together here on this Dewey, right? And the second hose is actually still frozen, so I got my heater running on it just to kind of unthaw it. Then I'm just gonna leave it in here for tonight. Now I'm not too sure. Not too sure how warm or how long this camera will last. You know, surprisingly, I got this heater running here, and when I walked in here, it actually felt decently warm. Of course, it's not, you know, chilling out either. Keep that door down. So this is what it's doing. I had the white one going, but that thing takes forever to heat up. See, this one's starting to warm up. But what we have to do is we got to put the new water gun on, and we need to put the little rubber dewies on. I found out where it's leaking. First, what we'll do is we'll unwind this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put you guys up here. I know you guys aren't going to see nothing, but gotta get the. See, this hose here is fine. The one that I'm holding now, this one's fine, but the other one's got problems. So, yeah. What's going on? Yeah, so I got the thing kind of stupid. So yeah, like I said, this hose is fine, but the other one's a little bit dicker. So, yeah, and I found out that the other garden hose up at the front house, or the front yard, has got like a little crack in it, so it's spraying, or it's misting out of it. So, and I tried to put some tape on it. Unfortunately, the only thing I had was electrical tape. It didn't really help. It helped a little bit, but not by much. This hose is still a little cold yet, but so might have to either invest in some good waterproof tape, or I'll just have to scratch that hose then. See, it's starting to melt all the ice because the hoses are getting wet, and when we get to the other hose here, I'll show you that one's all still frozen. Well, it probably ain't now, but yeah, see, this hose here, now see, we have two of them hooked together. See, here's this one, and this is the one that's got the problems. And see, what's spraying here somewhere. So one of these needs a new seal on it. This one still seems pretty freaking cold. So, yeah. And it's also spraying down in there. I'll show you here when I get that on, get all this unwound. I'm probably going to move this hose over here, and then I'll let the heater beat on it over there. And this stupid thing here too that my hoses are on is falling apart, so I gotta get a new one of those as well. The real thing, I mean, that's what I gotta get replaced. It's just so damn cheap. It's probably wore out too, I wouldn't doubt it. So, yeah. I might even just put the new gun on maybe and just let the rest of it sit for tonight. It's not too good moving these when they're freezing cold yet, because you can see how they're still, how it's still holding its it's so stiff that it won't bend, you know. It's has the memory of being on the reel. That's how cold it still is for it. So radiator beating on her. So yeah, she's a bit chilly yet. She's actually getting a lot harder. Oh yeah. Well, maybe I'll let that sit for a couple of minutes and I'll show you what else is pissing here. Clean my hands up here so I don't get the... I'm also going to order maybe some mechanic gloves too, because this is getting to be ridiculous, getting dirty hands all the time and I can't grab my camera very well. So, this is where that hose goes on to, right here, and it's pissing big time out of here. So I'm going to put a new seal in that. This is all still quite frozen yet, and the heater's not really, that's warming it up. It'll just take a few minutes, I guess, but yeah, I think what I'll do, maybe, I don't know, I might let this sit for a little while yet, and maybe I'll just keep heating it up, because I don't like moving them when they're freezing cold like that. Yeah, but this thing this whole thing here needs to get replaced because this handle's falling off, and it broke there first, and now it's broken here. One of the Deweys here is not locking. This one's locked, but the other one's not. See how it moves? So, because it's not locking now, so I think the lock's broke on it, but yeah. See how it stays in a curl like that. It's still a little frozen. This hose is fine. Just got to put the new gun on it. I'm going to still keep this one because it works, but I'm not going to probably just keep it for a spare. We'll see how long this one here will last. You going to focus camera, or are you just going to be stupid again for me? So, if this thing quits, then I have another one. And this one doesn't seem to ever quit. It's missing its head there, but it fell off and kind of just said the hell with it. So let's see how's my heater doing. Oh yeah, she's getting warm again. So it won't take too long to warm those hoses up, but so yeah, you can see it's obviously been leaking too because it's all wet there, and I don't know if this thing needs a new seal or not. I don't think it's leaking. See, this hose right here gets put up to the house. I don't think that was leaking, but if it starts to leak, I got rubber Deweys for it anyway. I don't even think this thing had one. Well, I think it does. It's just that it's hard to, I guess it's hard to kind of see it. It's right in there, I guess. It's probably still frozen, so I'm not going to touch that yet until the heater. This is why I want gloves. Ew. So, that's nasty shit. So, yeah. Maybe what I'll do is I'll cut you guys off for a little bit here, and maybe I'll let this heater do its thing for a few more minutes, and then because it needs to kind of warm it up. It all needs to come off, so let me see if I can get the rest of this off here real quick. I don't really want to do a lot of editing to this video. That's why I like making them kind of raw, you know, just the intro and that's it. So, still a little frozen, but she'll warm up in here though. And now since it's on the floor, I can put the heater right on it. And the heater can just really cook it. There. Yeah, then the heater can just warm that up. So we need to get this off. Let's see here. We need to get this off now. Not sure if it'll move or not. Water is going past this, I think. So it should come off no problem. I'll have to get vice grips though, because I put that on pretty tight. So we'll just grab some big 10" here. I think these were 10". So, you know, the big guys. But this was always kind of a pain in the ass to get off these stupid things. And you really have to set these, of course. Let's see here. All you gotta do is break it loose pretty much, and you got it. So, hard to get the big pliers or these big, it's actually hard to get them in here. Yeah, I think we got her. There we go. See, there's no rubber seal even in that. So, she's a little stiff yet. So it'd be a pain in the ass to get that up to the workbench. This thing can actually get the hell out of here. And then I'll put this in the vise. Just enough so it'll hold it for me. Now I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna get this heater moved over so at least I can stand behind the heater and get you guys up on the box. So I think you got to put a seal in there, I guess. I don't think one would fit. It's gonna be quite interesting. See, I've never done this either. It shows you what to do, so we'll try it. And we'll try it. Should be the right size, hopefully. I guess you just put it in something like that. I don't know if you're supposed to take the old one out or not, but I don't think there even was an old one in there. No, it's just steel. So we'll see now if that'll work. I suppose as far back as it'll go. So just throw that in the trash. So that's got a new seal in it. It looks like it would kind of slow down the water flow a little bit, but maybe not. Alright, that's got a new seal in it. Oops. I guess that could probably go back on now. I think another thing I could do too, you know, it said these would work. We'll see if it works. I think if I really wanted to, I could get away with putting some of this stuff on. Some of this plumber's tape. I mean, I guess it's worth a shot, but I'll try it with the seal. I should have 2 of these. Yeah, that was my new one. I think this is my new one that I bought. Oh no, this is actually my old one. I still got the one. This got to be the new one then. Yeah, this here is a full roll, so that's right. I kind of stocked up on some. Well, I've had that for about a year now. See, this is done now, so now we got to figure out that down there needs to get replaced. So maybe we'll just put this back on. Trying to make sure we don't lose the. Well, that's what it'll look like, I guess. Not too sure if you can see it. So there's the rubber sealy dooey right in there. So, and I guess once you crank her down, that'll put a seal around that, around the spinny part. So I think it's leaking there underneath here. But it could also be leaking on there too. I don't know. Let's see. We'll find out. And then of course we'll crank this down real nice and tight too. Come on, you son of a bitch. We'll just do a little. We'll just do a little bit tight yet, but now just crank her down best we can. Don't think this will leak now. Needs to be put a little tighter. Uh-oh. What's going on here? I've never caught. Something's going on here. She's not catching now. For some stinking reason. I think it caught now. Let's see here. I don't know. That might be done for. Done for. See, that's the thing right there. It's not wanting to catch it. Yeah, this was always kind of a pain in the ass to put back on it. This stupid thing, I don't know, just. It's probably just the wrong kind of hose going on this kind of a thing, but it's like it's almost like it stripped the threads out a little bit. It is not tight like it used to be. Cheap damn things. Well, you can't say cheap because it's been used quite a bit, so yeah. See, it's not catching for some damn reason. I don't know what the hell is going on here. It's probably just most likely wore out too, but shouldn't be wore out yet, you know. That's the thing. Tell it's not going on right. Stop moving. Well, it's not moving as much. Yeah, see, that is the damnedest thing. See, that is the damnedest thing right there. It's like it doesn't want to go on. Maybe I'll just put it on hand tight. I can't even get it to go on hand tight. This is some bullshit here. Come on. I think I did strip a thread out on the plastic side, so it's probably not going to grab now as much. But if this is still leaking, I'm going to have to just take this hose off and just throw it away. I can't have this spraying because this is really making a... See, it'll go tight, and then when you get it even tighter, it loosens up. So that... No, that's done. seal's fine, but I think the hose is pretty much screwed. Let's see if it'll go back on without the seal. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it goes on all the way without the seal, so the seal is not thin enough. So it's the seal that's causing the problems. I don't know. It says to just put it on the hose. Well, it's not any good to put it there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the washer's too thick for it. That could be the thing too. I might have to get thinner ones, I don't know. Yeah, see that? Well, maybe we'll just try it without the... Maybe we'll just try it again without it, but I know the other one needs to be fucking replaced, but... Let's see, we'll get it nice and tight. Yeah, and it don't come, it's not loose now. So these are too thick for that. I don't know. I think it almost need thinner ones. Maybe we'll just crank. This down nice and tight. So it's not going to spray anymore. If it still leaks, then I'll have to replace that hose then. Because there's really not much more I can do about it. I know it was pissing there pretty bad. Well, I think it's still going to piss because you see it dripping out of it. So, hose is still got a kinky mess in it. So, I don't know, we'll try it. And if I think that's still leaking, I'll just have to replace that section of hose. I got some other hoses anyway, so just keep these. Just keep the old one here for cutting it up, using it for other stuff. This hose is pretty much a cocksucker to put back on now a bit. I can guarantee you it's going to leak there again though. Now what can I do besides replace it? Still fucking cold though. So, hose probably should have sat for a couple of days. So the hose is so freaking stiff, I have to make it pretty much. See, I knew it was, I think it's leaking in here as well. This is where it's doing most of its pissing right here though. It's not so bad down there, but I figured why not replace it, you know. I don't know, I think that washer might be too too thick for it. You probably can get skinnier ones. It doesn't say what size these are. And it shows you just put it inside your hose, so I don't know. But, see, this sucker's so damn tight. I don't know, might just have to get all new hoses. I got some other ones, like I said, so I can make it do for another couple of years, but these hoses are pretty old. I mean, with it being so tight like that, you wouldn't think that it would leak, but it freaking does. See, that's going into another plastic dealie too, so once you crank that sucker down, it's just going to get worse. Oh. Come on, loosen up here. See, I can't even turn it by hand. I have to use the vice grips to even turn it. But with it being that way, you wouldn't think so. See, I still got ice in this, in here yet. That's quite interesting. Let's see, I bet you that it'll fit in there. But for cranking it downwise, probably not going to do any good because it's too thick. It'll make this a little bit tighter so that it won't spray either, I don't think. If this was steel going in the steel, it'd be a lot better, but it's steel going in the plastic. So, see, now I can't get it tight, so now it's back to some of this hose over here. See, why is it going on crooked though? I don't like that too much. That's probably how it's stripping. It's not going on straight. God damn it. I think it'd just be as simple as replacing frickin' seals, you know? It sure isn't for me. Everything's got to be a damn fight right to the bitter end. Go on straight. Damn cheap threads. See, I'm already stripping the threads on that too. Because it's steel going in the plastic, so it doesn't help a freaking lot. What's going on now? Went on straight now, so see, now there's no okay, that's pretty damn tight. There's no movement in that. Okay, don't want to over tighten that because that's plastic too. So that's fixed, so now we'll have to test that out. Because it's got a seal in there. And unfortunately the other one couldn't have it, so, because that's plastic printer going right into plastic. You'd think it would grip, but it don't. So maybe I'll have to try it again sometime by myself and see if I can get a seal on it. I might even just have to get rid of that. I guess get rid of that section of hose. Put something else on it. But I guess we'll put yeah, you can still hear air leaking. So I don't know. So yeah, this was the old gun I had. It had a big long neck on it, but it broke off, so we'll just keep this for a spare. This has got its rubber seal in it too. this thing still got its rubber seal, so it's not leaking as bad. This one has got one as well. And I'm able to test this now until we get a... Okay, I don't know why I bother even use scissors, because these scissors don't cut too well. I know one tool that will cut, and that is the handy dandy wire cutters. These are hard to get open. I think these need to be sprayed with some WD-40 or something. There. I'll have to put some WD-40 on them or something. They're awful freaking tight. So, I can go in the trash. Didn't make it anyway. So, I'll put this on it. There you go. Nice and tight so it's not leaking anywhere. I know with the one up at the front yard, the gun that's up there, I had to spray some WD-40 on it because this thing here was getting kind of tight. So, and you got a little lock so you can, I guess, lock it on, whatever you got to do. I don't really use them too much. There you go. Can't use the hose like I said because it's still frozen. But I'm just going to leave it here in the shop on thought with the heater, and then that's the end of that. So, see, I can hear air coming out of this. But it's on as tight as it can get. I'm sure it's really squishing that O-ring in there. So, or the rubber seal, I mean. Well, hopefully that'll fix some of the problems anyway. At least it should help. If not, then I'm just going to get all new hoses. Or I'll just, like I said, I got two more over there, and I think they're fine, so I guess I could use them as well. Just, I guess retire these. Use these for something else. And then should be fine. Get some hose on this side here. See, I don't know, if these hoses don't get loosened up by spring, actually, when it gets really warm out, these hoses actually might be done for. Probably not that loose anymore. Beating up the new gun already. That's always a good idea to do. When they're new. Brand new and it's already got a paint scrape in it. We'll just stab that in there. Yeah, this has still got its rubber seal in it. Seems fine though. It's not wore out or cracked or anything. It doesn't look like it. So once I drive on, I guess with this one too. I think what I'll do. Still got my heater running. So see, now it takes 2 hands and 2 feet to get this thing up on its wheels. It's stupid. It's broken. I'll just let that on thaw. Lots. Well, if it's still leaking, I don't know what I'll have to do. I'll have to just, I guess try to put a seal on it. That's about the best I can do. So, I guess we'll see what happens though. But this little guy, we'll retire this one. I'll just put him up here at the stash of none. I'm going to have to get more of these too, more guns. I'll just put him up there, and then he can just sit there until we need him. And maybe I'll have to try to get another one next month and have like a big stash of them, because man, I seem to be going through these things like crazy. I don't know, this one might hold up a lot better since it's mostly metal now. The other one was plastic. So if this one holds up a little bit better, I think that's what I'll get. I'll probably get like 2 or 3 more of those. We have a green one on the other hose in the front yard, and that one works pretty good. So that's the one I had to spray WD-40 on it because it was stiff. So yeah, so these hoses I think are fine. I got a heavy duty one here too. So here's another standard one, and then I got like a heavy duty one back here. See, and that's still got its rubber seal inside of it. And then let's see here. This one probably still has its seal in it. No, it does not. This one does not have its seal on it, so this will have to have a new seal as well. But that, like I said, I got these 2 hoses, so if that one's dickered, I'll just replace it with that other little green one I got, and I'll just keep the other one for like I can cut it up and use it for other stuff. So, but I kind of wonder too if maybe this had something else on it, because this looks like this was a redneck deal, and they did just cut a garden hose and put it on. It's not leaking or anything, but if this starts to leak, I can easily just cut up another piece. It has an end on it, like, so it won't be too much of a big deal. But I'll let the heater go on it a little while yet. Warm the hoses up. But hopefully that'll fix the problem. I don't know. Like I said, I can't really test it now until we get some better weather going. So hopefully it'll work. And I think another thing I'm going to do at some point is I bought one of these. Well, maybe it would work with that one. I don't know. Was that a triple plug-in or was that just a dual? I bet that was probably a triple. Well, see, I have all this extra other extension cord up here. I can't remember if that was a triple light or not, triple plug-in light or not. So if it's just a double, I might actually just reuse this one again, because this was a double. This one here. So this is an older extension cord. So it still works though, because it was hooked up. To this light, but I don't know. I didn't like because they didn't have the ground in. They just used the double hooks or the double plug-ins. Well, I planned on adding another light, so I needed another plug-in that had a ground to it. So, or the triple plug-ins. So I just bought that wire. That's got the triple holes in it and stuff. Because this is another good extension cord here, this yellow one. This one still works, but that's just way too much line, I think, for that. I would have to unplug that light again and figure out if that was a double plug-in or a triple. Because if it's a triple, I could get like a 15-foot wire. I think that was like a 25-footer. So I still have a piece there yet too. That's got new ends on it, but no point in using all that line for a little bit of lights that I got running here. So, but yeah. So anyways, guys, I guess that's probably pretty much it then. Don't have anything else to really do. Just have to, I think I'll just leave this hose in tonight. And then, should be fine without no heat. so it won't freeze anymore being in here at least. It's still frozen from, being outside for 2 days in the cold. Well, I thought cold weather was done with, so apparently not. I don't know, we'll see. If it still leaks, I'll have to, I guess, figure out how I can put a washer in there. And then, or see if I can get thinner ones and really get that thing on there. Or I'll just have to replace that section of hose then with something else. So, yeah. But there we go. We got one new washer in anyways, and then we got the new gun on, the water gun, Dewey. So that's ready to rock and roll. Still got the heater blasted on it. It's not really exactly heating it up a lot, but it's getting the bottom half of it warmed up. So it'll work its way up for the hoses. And then that should work. But see, I think these washers might be too thick. I don't know if they make thinner ones or not, but I don't know. I kind of think these are just too thick for that. They need to be a little bit thinner, because the thinner they are, the sooner that they're going to blow out. So, I don't know. If we can at least stop one leak, I'm pretty sure we might have stopped that leak in the middle, where the two lines meet together. We might have stopped that, or at least slowed it down quite a bit. So, at least my, see, what's going on there too is that when that hose leaks so damn bad like that, it drips on the ground, floods the ground, and then it works its way into the basement, and then it just goes all over the basement floor because it's not a tight seal there with the concrete. So, if I can at least, eliminate one leak, it's better than nothing. Because I don't think the other one leaked too bad, but I don't know. I might have to get rid of that hose and put something on that's a little bit different. I mean, something like this would work. You see, it's got the steel end on it. They don't have the plastic end, and I'm not a big fan of that. So, I still got the rubber seal in it, actually. So that's the hose I should be going with. But we'll try it. We'll try it in a warmer day. Test it. See if we fixed the problem or not. And if not, well, then I guess we're screwed. But yeah, we definitely have to replace this thing, though. This thing's just getting to be different. I think I'm going to salvage this hose off it, and then get something else. I wanted to get a steel one. There was one at Northern Tube. I think it was almost $100 for it. Something like that. Anyway, it was a steel cart, and it had 4 wheels on it. And of course, they were rubber. And I think it actually could hold up to 400 feet of line or hose, which I'm not going to need. I don't need 400 feet of hose. So, but whatever. Trying to find these things were kind of impossible. I couldn't find them. I found one, but I didn't like it. It was just more cheap plastic shit. So, not sure what I could do. I guess the last resort would be just to drill through it and put a bolt through it. That's really all I could do. That probably would work as well. Just run a bolt. Put bolts through this so they can't fall apart. I might actually try that. And then put a bolt through this, and then it goes through the leg. So then it's, bolted together. I might have longer bolts up at the yard, and these might be too short. These are too big, but they're just a bit too short. But I think I got some longer ones, so I think anything would probably work. Well, that's the only thing I can think of doing if I can't find a replacement. So, I don't know. Could probably put a screw through that too, I bet. If I could find a long enough screw, I would just drive that sucker right through it and then cut the rest off, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, guys, I guess I'll probably take off. I'm just going to put this back there in the corner. turn my heater off. I'm actually just going to turn this off now because this is going to have to, that's going to have to cool down anyway. So, but in a couple of days it's supposed to get warmer out, so we'll do a test video. We'll test it, see how it works and stuff. And if it's still leaking on that one end, I'll have to replace the hose. Just keep it for something else, I guess, or just cut pieces off it as I need it or something, you know. Because I got a couple more hoses I can go through yet before I actually have to buy another one. I think the one in the front yard I'm either going to have to find waterproof tape that I can stick to the crack and fix that leaking, or I'm just going to have to replace the hose again. I just bought that hose like I don't know, last year or the year before, and it's already got a freaking crack in it. Well, it sat out in the cold because I thought, you know, it was still going to stay warm out now. So, but whatever. I guess I'll just have to start waiting for a nicer day, I guess. I guess when I know it's going to stay warm out, I'll put the hoses out then, I guess. Pisses me off, but, you know, whatever. What can you do? So, yeah, we'll just leave that in here for tonight, and then when we get a better day, we'll try it out. I want to put my washers in my pocket. I might maybe next time I go to the hardware see if they have thinner ones. I don't know if they make thinner ones. You think it would fit? I mean, it should. It should just bottom out on the washer. But see, that's plastic going into plastic, so it's never going to grip. So it's just going to pull that plastic right apart, and that's not a freaking good thing. So no, don't know why they had to use plastic, but whatever. Because the hose is plastic, and then when you screw it up into the thing for the reel, that's plastic as well. So it's kind of a stupid thing to do, but what can you do? So yeah. Anyways, guys, I guess I'll probably take off. I will keep you guys updated to this. We'll also do an update. We'll do a test video later on. And then, yeah. Sorry for the long video. I do apologize for that. Maybe I'll try to cut some scenes out if I possibly can. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. So, I guess have a good day and stuff. So, yeah. Take her easy.